everyone. For today's video, our topic is about illustrating a rectangular coordinate system. Historically, maps played a vital role for travelers and explorers. This map contains vertical and horizontal lines called longitude and latitude, respectively. In this modern day, map application and the global positioning system or the GPS in your mobile phone still utilize the use of horizontal and vertical lines to give you the exact location or coordinate of the place you are looking for. A rectangular coordinate system, or also known as the Cartesian plane, is named after the French mathematician René Descartes from 1596 to 1650, who is known as the father of modern mathematics. It is composed of two perpendicular number lines, typically called the x-axis and the y-axis respectively, that meet at a point of origin 0, 0, and divide the plane into four regions called quadrants, which are numbered in sequence as quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4, moving in a counterclockwise direction starting from the upper right. Okay, so this is our representation of our Cartesian plane. So, if you observe, so meron tayo ditong horizontal number line or what we call the x-axis, and then we have a vertical number line, what we call the y-axis. Sa horizontal number line natin, meron tayong nasa left side na negative numbers, and then sa right side natin is positive numbers. Sa y-axis naman natin, from the upper part, we have positive number, and then from down part, we have the negative numbers. So, sabi natin kanina, they meet at point 0, 0 na tinatawag nating origin. Okay, so each point in the plane can be located using the ordered pair of number x, y, where x is the horizontal distance and the y is the vertical distance of the point from the origin. The number in the ordered pair are called coordinates. The x value of the coordinates x, y of a point is also known as the abscissa, while the y value is known as the ordinate. Okay, in this figure, pinapakita dito kung ano yung dapat na maging sign ng ating ordered pair or ng ating given point kapag siya ay nasa Cartesian plane. Halimbawa, kapag ang ating ordered pair ay nasa quadrant 1, dapat ang kanyang maging sign ay parehas positive. So, magkakaroon tayo dito ng positive x and then positive y. Kapag naman ang ating point ay nasa quadrant 2, ang magiging sign niya ay negative and positive. So, therefore, we have negative x and positive y. Kapag naman ang ating point ay nag-lie sa ating quadrant 3, parehas na negative yung magiging sign natin. So, we have negative x and then negative y. Kapag naman ang point natin ay nasa quadrant 4, isang positive at isang negative ang kanilang magiging sign. So, therefore, we have positive x and then negative y. Okay, let's have example in identifying the quadrant of a given point. Okay, so we have here point A. Point A natin is 1, 0. So, meron tayong given kay x and then kay y natin is 0. So, kapag ganito ang given natin, ang kanyang magiging quadrant or axis ay x-axis. So, kapag ang point ay ganito, maglalay sa x-axis. Next, point B natin is 2, 1. So, pareha silang positive. Therefore, ito ay maglalay sa quadrant 1. Next, point C is 0, 3. Given natin sa x value is 0, sa y natin is 3. So, therefore, ito ay maglalay sa positive y-axis. Next, point D is negative 4, positive 2. So, ito ay maglalay sa quadrant 2. Next, point E is negative 2, negative 3. So, ito naman ay maglalay sa quadrant 3 kasi pareha silang negative. Last is positive 4, negative 4. So, ito ay maglalay sa quadrant 4. Okay, check natin yung ating mga point kung tama kapag plinat natin siya sa Cartesian plane. Okay, so let's start with point A. Point A is 1, 0. So, ang 1, 0 ay nandito. Okay, from the point of origin, move kayo ng 1 and then hindi na kayo gagalaw kasi 0 na yung y values niya. So, ito na ngayon yung point A natin. Next, B, 2, 1. So, from 2, 1, move tayo to the right muna ng dalawang beses. 1, 2. And then, move tayo ng isa sa upward kasi positive 1 siya. So, ito na ngayon yung point B. Okay, so tama yung nilagay nating sagot. Next, point C natin is 0. So, hindi tayo gagalaw kasi wala tayong left or right side na numbers. Okay? So, 0, stay put lang tayo. And then 3, move tayo upward kasi positive 3. So, dito natin makikita yung given natin na point C. Okay, so tama, nasa positive y-axis. Next, point D, negative 4, positive 2. So, negative 4, move tayo to the left kasi negative 1. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then positive 2, upward yan kasi positive 1, 2. So, therefore, yung points D natin ay makikita natin dito. Okay. So, ito ngayon si point D. So, tama siya ay nasa quadrant 2. Next, point E natin is negative 2, negative 3. So, from point of origin, move tayo to the left kasi negative yung given natin. 1, 2. So, dito natin makikita si negative 2. Negative 2. Ulit. 1, 2. And then, negative 3 downward. 1, 2, 3. So, dito natin makikita si negative 2, negative 3. Okay. So, ito ay point E. Tama na siya ay nasa quadrant 3. Next, point F is 4, negative 4. From the point of origin, move tayo ng 4. Positive. To the right siya. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then downward kasi negative siya. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, si point F ay dito natin siya makikita. Okay. So, si point F ay nandito sa quadrant 4. So, tama yung ating answer. So, ganyan natin i-base or i-identify yung quadrant natin based sa kanilang sign or axis based sa kanilang sign. And then, para ma-check natin kung tama, i-plot natin siya sa Cartesian plane. Okay, let's have example again. Use the Cartesian plane to find the coordinates of the following points. So we have point M, point A, point T, and point H. Okay, so para ma-identify natin yung mga points, kailangan alam natin gamitin si x-axis at si y-axis. Okay, so for point M, so identify natin yung x values niya and then yung y values using the x-axis and y-axis. Sa point M, kung titingin tayo sa x-axis, ito ay maglalay sa negative 3. So, ang value ng x niya is negative 3. Ang value ng y niya, makikita natin, is positive 4. So, therefore, point M is lie in negative 3, positive 4. So, it was located in quadrant 2. Next, point A. Point A, tingnan natin, sa x-axis siya ay nasa negative 2. So, y-axis naman siya ay nasa negative 2. So, therefore, point A natin is negative 2, negative 2, lie in quadrant 3. Okay, next, point T. Point T natin from the x-axis, ang value ng x niya ay 4. Then, from the y-axis, ang value ng y niya ay 1. So, point T is 4, 1. Therefore, ito ay nasa quadrant 1. Point H naman, from the x-axis, ang value ng x niya ay 3, and then ang value ng y niya ay negative 3. So, point H is 3, negative 3 lies in quadrant 4. Okay, for the last example, plot the points on the Cartesian plane and determine the quadrant. Since given yung point nila, identify muna natin yung mga quadrant nila using the given point. Okay, so from point L, since pare silang positive, ito ay nasa quadrant 1. Point O is negative 3 sa positive 4, ito ay nasa quadrant 2. Then, point B is pares negative 3, negative, so therefore ito ay nasa quadrant 3. And point is 3, negative 4. So, ito ay nasa quadrant 4. Para ma-check natin, ipa-plot natin ngayon siya sa Cartesian plane. Let's start with point L, 3, 4. Point L is 3, 4. Located in quadrant 1. Ito yung 3 natin. Ito yung 4. So, ang kanilang intersection ay nandito. Kaya, ito ngayon si point L. Next. Point O natin is negative 3, positive 4. Negative 3 natin from the x-axis, ito, at ito ang positive 4. So, ang point of intersection nila ay nandito. So, therefore, ito na ngayon si point O. Okay, next. Point B is negative 3, negative 4. Ito si negative 3, ito si negative 4. Ang point of intersection nila ay nandito. So, ito ngayon si point B. Okay, next is point E is positive 3, negative 4. So, ito yung positive 3, ito negative 4. Ang point of intersection ay nandito. Okay, so yan na ngayon yung ating mga point. So, ito ngayon si point E. So, ayan yung ating plotting of points ng point L, point O, point B, and point E.